Now, when I have cubes, this is going to pose a little bit different problem in that if I want to get rid of a cube root, I need perfect cube. So I need to generate a perfect cube in the denominator. Now, just if you're thinking ahead to, well, what if this is a binomial cube root? Well, we don't have a way really to deal with that. In fact, we kind of do, but we're not gonna worry about that right now. This is something that we only deal with the binomial square root denominators, not with the cube roots. So with the cube roots, we just need to get the cube in the denominator, and we're going to generate the cube in the denominator by making sure that we have our perfect cube. So what is missing for the factor of 5 to get a perfect cube? Well, first of all, we need to make sure we have an index of 3 to make them compatible. And I need 125 to get a perfect cube. So what times 5 equals 125? Well, that's going to be 25. Then I need to make that x a perfect cube. So what times x gives me the perfect cube of x cubed? Well, I'm missing a factor of x squared. Once I figure out the denominator, I need to make sure I do the exact same to the numerator. And I now can simplify that perfect cube to a whole number. And I've transferred the radical now to the numerator where I wanted it. Okay, so we end up with 3 cube root 125 x cubed. Well, that is going to simplify to, I'm just going to leave the numerator as is, and the denominator becomes 3 times 5x. Okay, so the cube root of 125 is 5. The cube root of x cubed is x. So there it is. I've rationalized my denominator. So I end up with 8 cube root 25x squared over 15x. So I need to apply the same principle to the next one here. Although it's a binomial numerator, that's not a problem. I've got a monomial denominator, which is what I want to get rid of. So I need to then ask, what factor can I multiply into the bottom? Okay, so make sure the index is the same. What factor can I multiply down here to make this a perfect cube? Well, 4 can be made into a perfect cube by multiplying by 2. I balance that off. Okay, I need to make sure I do the same to the top and bottom. I'll do the denominator first. I end up with x cube root of 8. Well, that will simplify to 2x. Distribute the numerator. So 3 cube root 2 minus cube root 4x. Okay, and then simplify that. We end up with 3 cube root 2 minus cube root 4x all over the cube root of 8 is 2, and we have another factor of x. So there it is. Now we've rationalized the denominator. We've taken the radical out of the denominator and kind of in some ways moved it up into the numerator and making that denominator rational.